And now it's time for episode 18. So, from the title, it looks like I am actually getting my Pinkie Pie sister episode. But at the same time, it looks like it's going to be the eldest sister. The new one, technically. Now, if you didn't watch the video I did for episode 12, I talked a bit about the elder sister, where I mentioned that I watched that episode, Pinkie Pride, and saw the picture with the new sister, and apparently this has already been prefaced, where one of the novels actually involved her family showing up to Ponyville. And they mentioned her having an older sister, and they cut her off before she said the older sister's name. So now with the title, either the eldest sister is MAD Pie? English sucks. Also means this is probably not going to be a key episode for Applejack. We'll see how this goes, and go. So,
has any pony heard from Pinkie Pie
Sugar
since
Cube,
yesterday?
yeah, Sugar Cube Corner. Because I zoomed in a bit too fast to tell.
Here this early. Celestia hasn't even raised the sun yet. I hope everything's okay.
Now, I've kind of wondered, does Celestia not sleep, or does she...
Thank goodness you're all here! There's no time to lose!
I don't care about Celestia.
Careful! What is all this?
Like, gem candy?
Your mom's gonna be here soon and I need your help
Mod.
taste testing my rock candy recipes.
We're happy to help you, Pinkie Pie, but this seems like an awful lot of candy.
Even for you. I may have gone a teensy bit overboard. Every pony ready for more?
Why do you need to test the candy?
I think we've had plenty.
I mean, I can understand testing candy, but at the same time, you've got such huge piles, you could just take, like, 3 from each. Of course, that is still a lot.
Maud is your sister. I'm sure she'll love your rock candy. And I'm pretty sure you've made enough. She's only staying for the week.
Oh, it's not just for Maud, silly. I'm making candy for all of us. It's part of a very important, super-duper special tradition that only the closest and bestest of friends can share. We're going to make rock candy necklaces together! It all started when Maud and I were fillies on the rock farm. She taught me the Pie Family rock candy recipe. It has a secret ingredient. It's rocks! And she showed me how to string the pieces to make them into a necklace.
She's smiling, though. I'm not sure if that was...
Maud and I have been trading necklaces back and forth since I moved to Ponyville. They're a sign that will always be best.
Is she actually going to be the happy sister, or is she going to be kind of downtrodden?
The secret ingredient is rocks. Yeah, but these are a special kind of rock that Maud discovered.
Also, I've got to say, I like how they did the safety goggles.
Can't tell you that, silly. It's a secret. Now that Maud is heading out to
Kinda
get her
reminds
rocks
me
and
of my
rock slides,
robotics
it's gonna be
days.
our last chance to trade them for a really long time. I can't wait for you all to meet her. I just know that my best Ponyville friends and my best sister friend are gonna become bestest friends.
Best sister
We
friend.
can make bestest friend rock candy necklaces together. She expresses herself through fashion just like Rarity, and she's really smart and loves reading just like Twilight. And she's honest and loves forest things and is good at games and, well, she's awesome. She sounds amazing, but won't you stop worrying?
Is she actually that way, or do you have a view of your sister that's kind of overblown? I haven't seen Tank in a long time.
I sure hope Maud has an appetite.
Never met a pony or critter who didn't love Granny Smith's apple spice muffins.
Oh, it's no use. I simply cannot find anything suitable to wear. I doubt she'll notice what any pony's wearing. So what's the big deal? The big deal is that it will be very difficult to show Maud what a strong fashion presence we have in Ponyville if the most fashion-forward pony here can't keep her hat from falling apart.
I think we're all a little nervous about Maud's visit. She's Pinkie Pie's sister, and it's obvious Pinkie really wants us to hit it off. Being able to make those rock candy necklaces together is really important to her. I'm sure
I
everything will
didn't
be
think about it before, but how do you use it, like string and needle to make a necklace
Where's
with the
Maud?
rocks? How do you stab the needle through the rocks? They're earth, so it's not magic.
You sure? She's not quite as fast as me. I asked Gummy to stay with her in case she got lost.
It's a good thing we actually saw the picture, or we might think that she actually is like a figment of her imagination.
Is she even moving?
I don't know. She's gonna be kind of sober, and yeah, and get me.
Sedimentary.
Huh?
This is a sedimentary rock.
That's really fascinating, isn't it, girls? We're just so thrilled you could come for a visit before your big trip. Pinkie
I don't know
Pie's
why,
told us
but
so
this
much about
awkwardness
you.
is actually more funny than I expected
And
it
this
to be.
is Applejack, Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity.
We're ever so glad to meet you.
We're just gonna have the best time.
Pinkie was saying that she's like super,
I'm really into
well, not energetic, but
my wardrobe.
that she has so much to her.
What is the delightful frock you're wearing?
I kind of wonder, is it
It doesn't
she just
talk,
seems
it's a dress.
really energetic in comparison to the other two?
I just meant the frock doesn't speak.
So this here's Winona. That's Owlicious, Tank, Opal, and Angel. Pinkie Pie told us
Angel's
you had
eating all
that
your
too.
muffins.
He's in my pocket.
Oh, you have a pocket pet? Like a tiny mouse?
It's a rock.
Or
It's a
baby
pet rock.
bird?
I know it's going to be a pet rock.
It's a rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
His name is Boulder.
This is going to be the best, most awesome, funnest week ever! I can't wait for us all to become bestest friends!
I don't know where they're gonna go with this. I mean, there's obvious, awkwardness of dealing with someone like this, but I don't know what the end result is going to be.
Maud, would you care to try one of Granny Smith's famous apple spice muffins?
She does actually seem
Oh,
more...
that's not...
she does actually seem more playful
It's crunchy.
in a very slow and...
Yum!
What's the word for...
Pinkie Pie tells us you like
What's the word for, just kind of flat
I
affect
sometimes
comedy?
play a game called Camouflage. It's kind of like hide and seek, but way more intense.
awesome.
Yeah, she is actually
Any luck?
playful in a...
Truly wish I had spent more time
Different
with him
way.
because I'm having a very hard time remembering what he looks like.
It's like looking for a pebble in a haystack.
More like in a pile of pebbles.
Well, you don't have to make it even harder.
I'm curious if they've been consistent on what gems fall off, though
Maud's feelings if we all
I guess
stop
they don't
playing.
necessarily need to, because she could
Look how
just
much
put them
fun
back
Pinkie
on.
Pie is having.
Is this it? Is this
Moot
it?
point.
Is
Yep.
this it? Is this it?
Just a little longer, okay?
All right, fine.
Found him.
Where was he?
He was hiding in my pocket.
Oh, come on! I don't mean to interrupt, but we really should get these little critters home. It's getting awfully late, and they've had a very busy day. Maud and I better get going, too. I want her to taste the rock candy we're going to use for our best friend.
Could also be that this is the only sister which kind of changed around to play with Pinkie Pie a lot more. But at the same time, I guess that wouldn't matter because Pinkie Pie left her family pretty quickly after she changed.
He was in her pocket the whole time?
On the bright side, Boulder seemed really sweet.
He's a rock!
Come on, girls. I'm sure Maud was just nervous about meeting all of us.
Maybe she was just acting a little off because she's shy or something.
Exactly. It must be awfully intimidating to meet all of us at once.
And a princess.
Especially since we're already such good friends.
And a princess.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe, if we spent some time with her one-on-one to try to get to know her better, I'm sure we'll be making those best friend rock candy necklaces in no time.
Where shall we start?
Interesting
I chose a few fabrics
transition.
that I think would be stunning with you. Choices!
Of course, if you don't see anything that speaks to you, I would
Shift
be
the camera a
happy
bit. I want to see if the
I like
key's still
this
there.
one.
You're hiding it
Why
right
didn't
now.
Tell us you were so funny.
What do you mean?
Oh, no, it's not there right now.
Just-
Hmm.
I believe that is a dish towel.
Oh no, she had it in like an opening drawer or something.
But it does go very well with your complexion. I'm sure I could work my magic and turn it into something fabulous.
Rarity and my sister working together to design something amazing. And this is the best day ever!
Perhaps I could sew all of these together.
At least
and
she's
do something
tolerating Pinkie and
No
isn't
thanks.
super annoyed
That
by
was
her.
enough.
Doesn't Maud make the coolest scarves?
Quite.
This is good to see, but at the same time, it doesn't really give any insight into the rest of Pinkie Pie's family.
He says hello, and he's happy to see us too. I wish I could speak, Hummingbird. These spiders only live in Ponyville, and even though they may look a teeny bit scary, they're actually very sweet and help keep other more dangerous insects away.
Like star
I was
spiders?
looking at the rock.
Remember those?
Thanks again.
I really want them to bring that back
About
up.
which flavors you want to put in your best friend rock candy necklace? Oh gosh, I'm not sure we're even friends yet. Ma's a total bookworm. She loves poetry.
I've got lots of poetry. Do you read anything by Quill and Ink? Or Flourish Prose?
I prefer to read my own poetry.
Oh, I'd love to hear some of it.
Rock. You are a rock. Gray. You are gray. Like a rock. Which you are. Rock.
You know, that poetry,
10,000.
that's actually some of the best poetry
This
I've
next
heard,
one's
because
about
that's...
rocks. They're all about rocks. Rocks. These are my rocks. Sediments make me sedimental.
You know, if it wasn't
Smooth
only
and
just
round,
rocks,
sleep in the ground.
all rocks, I'd actually want to listen to that, because it's almost comedic.
You about done peeling them apples for the cider, Mom?
I think this one is done.
The-
Oh, yep. That's a very interesting method you got there.
And to Applejack, that's a sign of a
Should I peel
murderer.
another?
No, I mean, nah. I'm sure there's plenty of apples in it already.
Can we taste it now?
Sure, why not?
They're making cider?
Wow!
Oh.
Best apple cider I've ever had!
What do you think, Mom?
It tastes like apples.
Told you she was super honest, just like you!
We're practically twins.
Hmm.
Yeah! Let's see you beat that!
Oh. Impressive. Well.
That was amazing! Whoa! How'd you do that?
I threw it.
I guess you won this one, Maud.
I'm
I
not
really
gonna
like
go
how
to
Pinkie Pie looks when her
win.
hair's down. I don't like the fact that it has to come with crazy, but when her hair's done by water, it's just not as good.
This is the perfect time for us to set up everything we'll need to make our best friend rock candy necklaces.
not sure it's the best time to make best friend rock candy necklaces.
Why not?
Well, darling, you see,
You're ever so thoughtful to share your special bonding ritual with us, but,
Mod's just got a hard exterior like a rock, and you need to break through and get to the
we've all been trying real hard to
gooey
get closer.
center.
to
I don't know where I was going with
Maybe
that.
some ponies just don't click the way
But I
others
kind of wonder if Mod
Uh-huh.
does have like a really
Maybe
soft
it
side
wouldn't be
to
a
her.
lot making something that means we're best friends if, well, we aren't.
No.
Oh, okay. If
That
any pony needs me, I'll be in here trying to figure out
That's a pretty
what to do with 200
sad
pounds of
face
rock.
too. Even if it's not fully deflation.
I feel awful.
That's the kind of face where it looks like she's trying to stay happy and is slowly lying to herself.
It's
kinda torturous.
That we hadn't all
Ugh.
become the best of friends. I think Maud would have.
Maybe, but who really knows? That pony is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an igneous.
What?
Don't you mean inside an enigma? Nope. I mean igneous.
Oh.
It's a kind of rock.
Rainbow Dash was actually clever. Ish.
I've come up with just the thing to bring every pony closer together.
Wait, where'd the horse head in the middle of the room go? Oh.
I call it Pinky Rainbow Rare Twi Apple Flutter Mod Fun Time.
Is this going to be like when Rainbow Dash had to destroy the rock pile?
Interest into one giant activity that we can all enjoy together, and that will totally bring all my bestest friends together as bestest friends. You'll need these.
What?
Like I said.
What?
Huh?
The-
Probably better for me to show you.
Uh,
Watch this. Applesauce tunnel for Applejack.
ugh.
Pretty shiny stuff for Rare.
After the applesauce?
Reading material for Twilight.
Destroying it? Also, I think that transition was the book from the first episode.
Cupcakes for yours truly.
Well, that's actually cool.
For Rainbow Dash.
Pinkie Pie, what is that?
A rock slide, of course.
Oh,
For Mod.
this is...
First you climb, then you slide.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I would pay so much money to avoid this. This is awful.
Huh? Oh, goodness.
Also, they're not actually gonna run it, it's all gonna fall apart.
Watch out!
Rock powers activate? For Mod? So I guess that explains her function on the farm.
Pinkie Pie, what were you thinking?
I guess I wasn't.
I know
Not
how
the most
important it
versed
is
in
to
history,
you
but
that
I'm
your
curious where
friends
those
become
hats
my
with the
friends.
spikes are from.
But I just don't think it's going to
Because I
happen.
know those
I
existed.
think it would be best if I just go back to the rock farm and spend the rest of the week there. It was nice to meet you all. Makes me happy knowing Pinkie Pie has such good friends.
But we never even got to make our rock candy necklaces. Wait, Mod! I'll come with you!
I can't believe Maud cut her trip short.
I can't believe we nearly lost Pinkie Pie to that ridiculous obstacle course.
Thank goodness Mod was able to reach
It's
her.
not really your fault,
You
though.
see how fast Maud moved? And the way she smashed that huge rock into dust? How in Equestria did she do that?
Pinkie Pie was in trouble. Maud would move mountains for her if she
So you
had
can
to.
respect her, but it's not like you're really friends.
That's it! I think I finally realized what we all have in common with Maud. Something that just might be worthy of a very important super duper special tradition that only the closest and bestest of friends can share.
Heroes?
Thank you for coming.
Ruining
with me.
stuff?
I don't know how long I'll be gone on my rock research.
So why are we
I
watching
still
Barry
get to spend
Punch's
some time
plot?
with you before I go.
Me too. I'm sorry I put so much pressure on every pony to bond. I only wanted my friends to get to know my amazing older sister.
Well, we're actually...
What are you doing here?
We actually came to the
We're
farm.
so sorry we hurt your feelings by not bonding with Maud right away.
Huh.
And Maud, we're sorry that you felt the only way to spare Pinkie Pie's feelings was to leave Ponyville early.
We've seen how much you care about Pinkie Pie. First hoof.
Pinkie Pie's happiness means as much to us as it does to you, and we're sorry we couldn't see it sooner. The thing that makes us click and creates a special bond between us is how much we all love Pinkie Pie.
Aw, shucks.
That's a pretty great thing to have in common if you ask me. What do you think, Maud?
Sure.
What's wrong?
Sorry, darling. I think we all just thought you'd be a bit more excited about this.
Are you kidding me? I've never seen her more excited in my entire life!
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't show my enthusiasm for things quite in the same way my sister does.
We noticed. And we're totally cool with it.
She might be a bit hard to deal with, but it'd be interesting to see how much emotion you could actually get out of her in time. That station.
Maud, we'd like to give you something to take on your trip, so that you remember all your friends from Ponyville.
And that's her key.
Thank you.
Try not to.
Kinda sad that we didn't get to see any of the rest of her family, but we actually went and saw her farm.
Are those all the necklaces Pinkie Pie sent you?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't eaten any of them?
I don't really like candy, but I
Hmm.
do love Pinkie Pie.
Ugh. We're done. I'm not sure what to say, really. Definitely wasn't bad. There was a lot I liked to it, but at the same time, I don't know that I'd really rank that high. It was enjoyable. It did give me kind of what I wanted. It was the episode I was expecting to happen that I had heard rumors about. I think this is one I'm going to have to sit on and get back to you in 5 seconds with the 1 week later look back. There are some very memorable lines from this one, but once you get the joke, watching it again doesn't have the same impact, and I guess that's kind of expected. Even so, Maud is a popular enough character that she'll be back. I mean, hopefully the others will be too, the other sisters. I am kind of disappointed that it wasn't one of them. But this is a rare one where some of the lines are just so perfect that this is probably going to be one of the better remembered ones. And I really like that the episode ended up that they don't need to be friends with Maud. That's perfectly fine. Which is a fantastic lesson, because trying to combine groups of friends which are different usually does not turn out well. It can sometimes, but for the most part you have separate friends for separate reasons. Just because they have a common ground through you doesn't mean it's going to work out right. And even though this episode might not be as rewatchable as I was hoping, this episode is still probably one of the best of this season. And I had quite a bit of fun with it, so I'm happy I saw it.